Welcome back to Horoscope TV. I am just so thrilled you are here with us for this brand new podcast episode.
Yeah, we have a really great one today.
We really do because, well, if you are a Pisces, or maybe you just have a special Pisces in your life, you literally need to stop what you're doing and tune in right now.
Oh, absolutely. This is not a month to ignore.
Definitely not. We are dedicating this entire episode completely to you, the Pisces listener. We are going to analyze the astrological charts and the forecasts specifically for the month of May 2026.
And it's a huge month, like really huge.
It is. I mean, you need to listen right now because May is setting up this massive, unavoidable clash for you. You are going to experience like the loudest inner voice of your life.
Your intuition is going to be off the charts.
Right. And it brings all this sweet romance and these huge career wins. But at the exact same time, there are some pretty hidden traps involving your budget and office politics.
Yeah, some tricky corners that you really need to know how to dodge.
Exactly. So how are you feeling about all the astro data you've been looking at?
Well, I've spent the last week heavily reviewing the latest charts, looking at the planets, the moon phases, and how they interact with your specific zodiac sign.
And what's the general vibe?
It's tension. I mean, it's this powerful tension between your natural, dreamy Pisces nature and this demanding Earth energy that's going to force you to stand your ground.
That sounds intense. But I want to remind you, the listener, that we are going to break everything down into very simple terms.
Right. No confusing jargon today.
Nope. We want you to be able to use this information every single day. So before we look at love or work, we need to understand where your head is at as May begins.
The big picture. Your mind, your intuition, and, finding your voice.
Exactly. So where does this all start?
Well, early May brings a really strong desire for adventure and learning. On May 1st, we have a full moon in Scorpio.
Okay, Scorpio is a water sign, right? Just like Pisces.
Right, but they are different kinds of water. You are the gentle river, and Scorpio is, well, it's the deep, dark ocean.
So what happens when that gentle river meets the intense ocean?
It lights up your desire for travel and higher learning. It pushes you right out of your comfort zone.
Okay, wait, let me stop you there. Because when people hear higher learning, they think of going back to college or taking a test.
Oh, yeah. No, it's not always a classroom.
Right. So what does that actually look like for a Pisces just going about their normal week in early May?
It means your brain is suddenly just starving for meaning.
Yeah.
I mean, you might finish a big class, sure, but you might also just want to explore a brand new way of looking at life.
So like asking the big questions.
Exactly. Why are we here? What is my purpose? The heavy stuff.
I see. And then what happens next?
Well, on May 10th, the moon actually enters Pisces. And this is huge.
Having the moon in your own sign is always a big deal.
It really is. Your inner voice will be incredibly loud and totally accurate.
Kind of like a built-in lie detector?
Oh, that is the perfect way to describe it. Yes.
But I have to ask. Because as a Pisces, you're always so sensitive to feelings anyway. How can you tell the difference between your true gut feeling and just, normal everyday anxiety?
That is such a good question. So anxiety is usually frantic and loud. It asks a lot of what-if questions.
Right. Like, what if I fail? What if they hate me?
Yeah, exactly. But true intuition, the kind you get on May 10th, is very quiet.
Yeah.
It's just calm, firm knowing. It doesn't panic.
So anxiety is an alarm clock, but intuition is just a quiet voice pointing the way.
You nailed it. It just says, go this way or don't trust this. You really have to listen to that quiet firmness.
Okay, I love that. So moving on, what happens in the middle of the month?
So the whole communication style completely shifts. On May 16th, we have a new moon in Taurus, and then Mars enters Taurus on May 18th.
And Taurus is an earth sign. That's a lot of grounded energy.
It really is.
Yeah.
Your focus moves from those big philosophies down to your local neighborhood and your daily chats.
So you stop looking at the stars and start looking at your own street, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. And you will feel very grounded. Mars gives you the courage to speak your mind and defend your ideas.
Without backing down.
Without backing down at all.
Wow. Okay, but Pisces is usually known for being, dreamy and agreeable. If this Taurus energy makes you so firm in your debates, how will the people around you react to this bold new version of you?
Honestly, they are going to be shocked. You are basically acting like a solid brick wall. Unmovable.
A gentle but unmovable brick wall. I like that.
Yeah. And then as we get into late May, the focus turns inward toward your home.
Okay, what's causing that shift?
On May 21, the sun moves into Gemini, and then we have a really beautiful connection on May 25 between the sun and Neptune.
Oh, Neptune is the ruling planet for Pisces, right?
It is. So the focus turns to your family, organizing your house, and creating spiritual peace at home.
It's like you are cleaning your physical space to make room for that spiritual peace.
That is exactly how you should use this energy.
Okay, so because your mind is moving so fast right now, and your intuition is just so loud, we need to look at how your physical body handles all this electric energy.
Yes, health and wellness is a big priority this month. We have to protect your physical vessel.
So let's talk about emotional fatigue versus physical fatigue.
Right, so pointing back to that intense May 1st Scorpio full moon, that overflowing water energy can make you incredibly emotionally exhausted.
And emotional exhaustion usually turns into physical tiredness pretty fast, right?
Oh, instantly.
Yeah.
Especially for a sensitive sign like Pisces. You have to prioritize rest early in the month.
Just take a nap, say no to extra plans.
Definitely say no.
Yeah.
And then around May 10th, when you become so highly sensitive to your environment, I really suggest practicing spiritual hygiene.
I love that term, spiritual hygiene. It's almost like brushing your teeth, but for your feelings.
Yes, that's exactly it. You soak up everyone's moods like a sponge.
So how do you clean the sponge?
You might take a sea salt bath or just sit in quiet meditation to recharge your nervous system.
Because, I mean, you wouldn't go to bed with dirt on your hands, so why would you go to bed holding on to bad vibes from a coworker?
You shouldn't. You absolutely have to wash it off.
Okay, and what about managing all that mental electricity we talked about, with Mars and Taurus on May 18?
That one is tricky. Your mind will race. And if you don't find a healthy outlet, you might lose sleep or feel super anxious.
What kind of healthy outlet are we talking about?
Like talking to a good friend or journaling, even deep breathing. But honestly, you need physical activity to burn this off.
So go for a run, or maybe do some heavy gardening.
Yeah, sweat it out. Get it out of your body.
Right. And then you mentioned cleaning the house becomes a healing act around May 21.
It does. But we also have to watch out for May 26. Mars squares Pluto.
A square is that harsh 90-degree angle, right? It causes friction.
Massive friction. The pressure to communicate perfectly could actually cause stress to build up right in your neck and your shoulders.
Oh, literal physical tension from the astrodata.
Yes. Gentle stretching and just reminding yourself that you are safe is completely required.
Remind yourself out loud if you have to.
Exactly. Just say, I am safe.
Oh, okay, so now that we know how to keep your mind and body healthy, let's look at who you are actually inviting into your heart.
Love and romance.
Yes. It's all about boundaries, sweetness, and a few reality checks this month.
It really is. So early in the month, with Mercury in Taurus, you are going to demand practical sense from a partner.
Honest communication.
Right.
Right. No empty promises.
None at all. You want actions that match their words. And then on May 6th, Venus opposes Lilith.
Okay, Lilith is the wild, untamed energy, and Venus wants harmony.
Right, so you might feel completely torn between pleasing your family and following your own heart.
That sounds like a lot of guilt. How do you handle that?
You must set boundaries. You have to protect your own romantic peace.
So just say no to the boring family dinner if you want to go on a date.
Basically, yeah. Choose your own joy. And speaking of joy, I have some really good news for mid-May.
Oh, good. We could use some sweetness.
On May 19th, Venus enters Cancer and also connects beautifully with Mars.
Cancer is a protective water sign, just like Pisces.
Yes, and because of that, you will just radiate warmth. You will be highly confident in asking for affection.
Wait, really? Because normally asking for affection is kind of scary.
Not on this day. This is the absolute best time for a date if you are single. You feel safe and confident.
Okay, so circle May 19 on the calendar. But I think you warned us about a reality check coming up.
I did. You have to be careful in the final week of May. On May 22, Venus squares your ruler, Neptune.
And Neptune brings the fog, the illusions.
Yeah, you might project these fairy tale fantasies onto a partner and completely ignore giant red flags.
Oh, the classic rose-colored glasses analogy. You just see what you want to see.
You do. But then on May 29, Venus squares Saturn.
Saturn is the strict teacher, the harsh lessons.
Exactly. This is a strict reality check where you must look at the hard facts. You have to decide if the relationship is healthy for your long-term growth.
So, how can you enjoy the romance of May 19th without falling into the trap of ignoring red flags just 3 days later?
You just have to stay grounded, enjoy the nice feelings, but don't make any huge life-changing promises.
Like, have a great dinner, but don't invite them to move in with you.
Exactly. Don't merge your bank accounts. Keep one foot on the ground.
That makes total sense. And, That reality check in your love life is actually perfect preparation for the massive focus you'll need at work.
Oh, your career is a huge focus this month. Stamina, strategy, and some really big wins.
So let's talk about work. Where does it start?
The initial burst happens on May 5. Mars and Jupiter make a connection.
Mars is action, Jupiter is growth, so that's a lot of energy.
A huge burst of energy. You are going to want to chase big career dreams all at once.
We will talk about the budget warning for this later, but for now it's just pure drive.
Yes. And then on May 13th, you might get highly favorable news about a contract or just have a brilliant idea.
So things are really moving. And mid-month,
Mid-month, May 16 and 18, your mental stamina just skyrockets.
because of that Taurus energy again, the grounded brick wall.
Yes. You become totally unstoppable at researching, writing, and negotiating.
You can just grind through the boring stuff.
Absolutely. And you will easily explain very complex ideas simply. People will listen to you.
That's a great skill to have. So where is all this hard work leading?
It points to the end of the month. May 31 brings a full moon in Sagittarius.
A full moon is a climax, right? A peak moment.
It is a beautiful climax for your career. Maybe a promotion or a huge launch of a project.
Wow, that sounds amazing. But what about those hidden traps you mentioned in the intro?
Right, the traps. On May 26, Mars squares Pluto.
The same transit that gives you neck tension.
The very same. But in your career, it causes intense power struggles and hidden office politics.
Okay, I have an analogy for this. It's like running a marathon.
Okay, I like where this is going.
So you get a huge burst of speed at the start on May 5. You find your steady pacing in the middle around May 18th, but right before the finish line, someone tries to trip you on May 26 with office politics.
That is exactly what the astrological charts are showing.
So what is the best way to walk away from toxic office gossip without looking rude? A Pisces hates being rude.
You must stay calm and keep your great reputation safe. Don't engage. Just say you are too busy with work and walk away.
Keep your head down and cross the finish line.
Exactly. Don't let them trip you up.
Awesome. And, all of these career wins directly affect your bank account.
They do. But first, we have to look at your spending habits and your financial confidence.
Right. So let's move into money and finance. Knowing your worth and healing wounds.
We have to return to that May 5 energy, the Mars and Jupiter connection.
Right, the big energy burst.
While it brings career drive, it also brings a sudden urge to buy something very luxurious.
Like a fancy watch or an expensive trip.
Yes, and you must resist it. You have to stick to a strict budget.
So don't give in to the impulse.
Don't do it. Because on May 13th, the moon gives you the motivation to fight for your true worth instead.
So ask for a raise instead of buying a watch.
Exactly. And on May 16th, a really powerful connection between Mars and Chiron helps you heal old insecurities.
Chiron is the wounded healer, right? So healing insecurity is about your ability to earn money.
Yes. You realize you can fully support yourself. You don't need to be afraid anymore.
I've noticed a pattern with this. Feeling financially insecure sometimes makes us want to buy flashy things, just to prove we are doing well.
Oh, that happens all the time.
So if you are healing that insecurity on May 16, does that naturally make it easier to follow a strict budget later on?
It does. When you heal the wound, you don't need the flashy bandage anymore.
I love that. And you might get a nice surprise around May 18, right?
Yes. You might get surprising news about a local business deal that will help you save a lot of money. Keep an open mind.
Always nice to have extra cash. But the end of the month gets a bit tight again.
It does. At the end of the month, May 22 and May 29, you must avoid risky investments.
Because of the Neptune fog and the Saturn reality check we talked about with romance?
Exactly the same transits. Do not let your generous heart drain your bank account on hobbies or dates.
A Pisces will buy dinner for everyone just to be nice, even if they can't afford it.
I know. But you have to reorganize your budget to focus on essential needs. Be strict with yourself.
Right. Okay, so to navigate all of these incredible highs and lows, you need to know exactly who to keep close to you.
And who to avoid.
Yes, and what lucky elements to look out for. So let's jump into your guide for May.
Okay, your best match for the month is Taurus.
Taurus. Well, that makes sense since we've been talking about Taurus energy acting like a brick wall all episode.
It really does. Taurus brings you back down to earth and helps you focus on the present moment.
They offer a really calm, safe space where you can relax your nervous system.
They do, and you bring the poetry and imagination. Together, you enjoy simple pleasures, like eating great food and walking in nature.
That sounds lovely. But who is the worst match?
I have to warn you, Libra. is your worst match right now, especially around May 25.
Oh, wow, really? Libra.
Yes. While you rely on raw feelings, Libra relies on analyzing every side of a debate.
Ah, so you just want someone to validate your feelings, and they want to make a pros and cons list.
Exactly. They will feel too emotionally detached, polite, and hesitant. Their inability to make a firm decision will just add to your confusion and build resentment.
I have to laugh a little bit.
Hmm.
Because Libra, the universal sign of balance, is actually the sign throwing you completely off balance this month.
It's true. The charts show a lot of friction there.
So, what is a simple, polite phrase a Pisces can use to walk away from an exhausting debate with a Libra this month?
You can just say, I appreciate you looking at all sides, but I'm going to trust my gut on this one.
I'm going to trust my gut. I really like that. It sets a boundary but stays polite.
It works perfectly.
Okay, let's cover the lucky extras. Your lucky numbers for May are 5, 16, 22, 33, 47, and 56.
Keep those in mind for sure.
And your best dates to circle on the calendar: May 10, May 19th, and May 25.
The absolute sweet spots of the month.
And finally, the color of the week to wear or keep around you is seafoam green.
Such a great color for a water sign finding solid ground.
Definitely. Well, we have covered so much today,
Yeah.
but I want to leave you with a final provocative thought.
Oh, I like these.
So much of May is about trusting your really loud intuition, but it also ends with a strict reality check from Saturn.
Right, the harsh facts.
So what if your true inner voice isn't always giving you the dreamy fairy tale answer? What if it is actually trying to show you the hard, realistic truth you have been trying to avoid?
Wow. I mean, sometimes intuition is just a reality check from inside yourself.
Exactly. Something to really think about as you navigate the month. Well, thank you so much for listening to this episode on Horoscope TV.
Thank you, everyone. It's going to be a great month.
It really is. And, be sure to subscribe so you can get notified the moment the next episode is available. See you next time.